welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Brought to you in part by Master Networks Wylie and powered by the Difference Media LLC. Today's show is hosted by Brian Poduska, entrepreneur, property manager and co-creator of the North Texas Community Difference series. And co-hosted by Jenny Connolley, owner of TC Roofing and Restoration, and Angela Tucker, realtor with Coldwell Banker Apex. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our co-host and their guests share thoughts and insights about being a professional and the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in a very special way. Because the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie, even though it may say Frisco on my screen. This is the Wylie Show, where we talk all things Wylie. We have Wylie-based business owners, Wylie-based community leaders, or very close to Wylie if they're not in Wylie. So we basically have a business topic that we talk about every month. In the month of July, our topic is building your personal brand within the community and your reputation within the community. So that's what we'll be talking about today. I've got two awesome co-hosts. Angela Tucker was on the intro there. She was not able to make it, but we do have a fill-in from the Master Networks Wylie group. And, the members of this show, I believe all of them are a member of that chapter. And I will say, we had basically an accessibility issue because Angela's not at a good Wi-Fi location, so she was unable to join us.
We've got her own, Brian. We're going to try to get her on today, but we'll.
Okay.
How that works. We do the best we can. It's all live, so.
That's right. So we adapt and we push on, and that's an example of the group that's in Wylie here. We had somebody who was able to fill in on a very short notice. So. It's a testament to how close knit and how tight that group is. I've gotten to know them over the last 2 months as we've done the show, and I've just been blown away with the members in that group. So I'm sure our co-host today is no exception to that. So, like I said, we talk a business topic every month. This is personal branding and your reputation within the community. I'm excited to meet the guests of our co-host. But before we do that, let's go ahead and bring on our co-host, Lyndon, and say hello.
Well, hello, everybody. Awesome. Yay. So thank you for having us.
We do have Angela. Look at this.
We do have Angela. Yay.
All right. Well, I'm not sure if we'll be able to hear her, but
wherever
you are, Angela.
Limited service, so.
Hey, nobody can hold this against her. Look at the backdrop. She is somewhere better than where we are right now.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I'd rather
not that we don't love the show, but if I had a chance to do the show from where she is or here,
And there's a crystal clear lake. That sounds amazing.
Would love that. Yes. So, Jenny and Angela, great to have you guys on again. We had a great discussion last month, and now we've got a new business topic: personal brand building and reputation building within the community. Both of your guys' businesses, which I'll let you guys talk about here in a minute, is very much reputation based, and there's a million choices out there, whether you're a roofing and solar company or a realtor. So it comes down to really how do you build that brand, and that brand really has to resonate with your clients, especially our businesses are based on repeat clientele and referrals, right? So, I love this topic this month, and you guys are a great example of how to do that. So with that being said, Jenny, why don't you go first and just tell us who you are, what your business is, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. I am Jenny Connolley, owner of TC Roofing, Restorations, and Solar. And we are actually, this is a beautiful thing. We've been in business for 5 years, and being in a competitive industry, it really is, it really does take a special difference to stand out with all of the competitors. And really what has happened in our industry is that our brand is really us. I mean, obviously it's so totally who we are and how we treat people. And it's really, we've developed so many just repeat clients to where our business is now just flowing inbound because people trust us. And one of the reasons why we are so trusted with real estate agents, just like you and Angela, is because we come out and we'll take a look at your property and we love to say no. Like, I love to say, you do not need a new roof. Like, your roof is in great condition. We have plenty of storms here in Texas. Let's not file a claim now. Let's wait. And not forcing, pushing people to always get that sale, to be knowledgeable and educate your homeowners on, there is a little bit of hail up there, but it's not worth it right now. That has really opened up so many more introductions to other neighbors and other friends and family members because we're trusted. And that reputation it spreads like wildfire. So we just love being open and honest and offering value and education to our homeowners.
That's awesome. And yeah, I mean, that's the honesty part in roofing. It just kind of like property management also gets a bad rap, right? Is that that honesty factor goes a long, long way.
Brian, let me jump in on that because I want to say something that I mean, she just touched on, and I want everybody to think about this. I'm not picking on the roofing industry, but everybody kind of knows that every time there's a hailstorm comes through, you have guys that will slap, a sticker on their truck and throw some shingles in the back, and they're out trying to put on a new roof. Mm-hmm. And when you live within a community and you go out like Jenny and TC does, and you look at the roof and you go, you know what? You don't need a roof yet. There'll be another storm this year, next year, 2 years from now. We're still going to be here when it happens, and we'll be back. And I think that's powerful in that personal brand, because a lot of those that's why they're trying to sell a roof as fast as they can sell it, because they know they're not going to be here through a season or definitely through a year or two. And I think that those roots that you put down, that's part of your brand. And that's why we do the Wylie shows and the other community shows, is to show the people that have roots in the community and they're not going anywhere. And so they're not desperate to do every single roof that they get called out on. And Jenny, thanks for making that point, because it's powerful.
And you guys know, as real estate agents too, those inspector reports, they love to make it seem like it's a really bad roof. And I love being able to go out there and just say, hey guys, it's some nail pops and there's a couple of shingles that are lifted up. Like, it's literally less than a $50 fix. We'll just do it for free for your homeowner. Like, we'll take care of it for them. And Angela knows we've done that multiple times. And same thing with Brian. Like, we love, like, we're not just trying to make a sale, and things can be really exaggerated super easily. And it's like, hey, it's not a big deal. We live in Texas. Things are your roof is not going to be perfect. If anybody walks on a roof when the roof is hot, there's going to be mechanical damage. And that's what those inspector reports come up with. And it's like, that's not a big deal. So we love to just, set it straight and say, hey guys, this is a real simple repair, not going to even cost you anything. We'll take care of it. Think of us next time and refer us to your friends. So.
Well, and allow me to give you a very quick testimonial. I texted Jenny earlier this week and I said, hey, there's a home that we have in Frisco that was part of an insurance claim that TC Roofing did for us. So they rebuilt the roof and they did some other stuff at the home. I mean, it got pelted by hail really bad. One of which was the fence, right? So they installed a new fence around the home. Through shifting of the ground and various different things and usage on the gate of the fence, it got to the point where it wouldn't open anymore. And we're talking, it was probably 2 years ago that this occurred. And so I just texted her and said, hey, would you be able to send somebody out and just take a look at this fence? I got a text literally this morning that said Frisco's taken care of, or Price Circle, which is where the location is. So she said it's taken care of. I wasn't, my expectations were, hey, let's just take a look at it and see when somebody can get out there, and it's already done.
It was actually done yesterday, and I forgot to text you.
Okay, so there you go. So just a testimonial to say, they stand behind what they do. They address things quickly. Her and her husband, Tom, are fantastic. So I just wanted to say that as a testimony to your guys' service. It's through the roof. No pun intended. See what I did there? So, okay. So enough about TC. Let's
Awesome.
let Angela talk about her business if we're able to get a feed from her. Angela, can you hear us, and can we hear you? I guess is the more important question. So the stage is yours.
I can hear y'all, but I don't think you can hear me.
You're good.
We got you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was going to plug Jenny as well. So she's been helping with the water roof issues lately, and I'm super grateful just because, just like you guys were talking about, roofers don't always have the best, I guess, reputation. So it's nice to know that every roof needs replaced and everything. So she's going to tell you straight and tell you what needs to be done. So she's helping me a couple different properties right now. So I appreciate that, or maybe a few even. My name's Angela Tucker. I'm with Caldwell Banker Apex. I've been in real estate for a little over 6 years. I just love my job. I love what I do. I've truly found my passion, the one that they're like, find something that you love to do and you'll feel like you never worked a day in your life. So I truly feel that way. I love helping people. I have that servant's heart. So I get to do that every day through my job with the biggest thing in their lives, where they call home. So I really think that's such a great honor, and I'm grateful to be part of that. It's nice to be through different parts of people's life, taking them from, first-time home buyers to their move-up house or even downsizing. So you get to kind of be their realtor for life and be there through those transactions. And I really, really love getting to be part of that. So that's what I love to do.
And you're great at it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Angela. And we'll dive a little bit deeper into, the things that can help separate us realtors from the pack, right? And one of those things is personal brand building. So we'll dive a little bit more into that here in a bit. Right now, we are going to jump over to a commercial break real quick. On the other side, we have a segment called What's Up, Wylie?
What's up, Wylie?
The timing was spot on this time, Lennon. We got it. So we're going to hit that segment on the other side. And then, of course, we need to bring in your guests. I'm excited to meet them and understand what they do and what they're all about. So with that, let's go to break, and we'll see you on the back end.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Juan Payon and JP Direct Health, providing affordable health insurance solutions as a proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Allison Wilson and Community Wealth Advisors, Life Well Planned. Angela Tucker with Coldwell Banker Apex. Here to help you discover your real estate dreams and build wealth through all stages of life. Cordell Reynolds with Platinum Eagle Mortgage. Your mortgage journey starts here. Marley Knapp with Norwex, chemical-free, sustainable solutions for your home. And by Tara Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning. Don't let dirty windows be your pane in the glass.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference. And now back to the show.
The pane in the glass always gets me smiling, like that one. All right, so like I said, our next segment, we talk about what's going on in the Wylie community. So with that, let's kick off the What's Up, Wylie.
What's up, Wylie?
Wylie,
Boom. Nailed it again.
you got anything going on? Do you
Angela, what you got?
anything out on vacation land? Do you know what's happening in Wylie?
So a little bit. So I know that the new teacher position will be coming up July 20th, which is good business owners, not the whole, community of Wylie, but we can spoil the teacher and just be present with them and kind of pass out all our swag and welcome them to the district. I really love doing that every year.
Awesome.
It's a lot of fun. You get to see other faces. So that's July 25th, and that's through the Wylie Chamber of Commerce. So if you're a business owner, be present there. That's a really good thing to be at, just to welcome the teachers, get everybody back, and we're back to school. Kids. Actually, I have a 15-year-old, and I'm not exactly sure what day that is, but coming up in August.
Awesome. And we do have an event with we have a new president in Master Networks, Brittany Welch. She is amazing. And she's hosting an event this Sunday in Wylie, or at the downtown Wylie at the Landon Winery. And it's a girls' night out. It's from 2 to 5. And there's going to be wine, shopping, charcuterie, vendors. There's over 60 tickets sold. And it's going to be a really great event. They did one in downtown McKinney last month, and this is super fun. So any ladies that want to come out and meet some local businesses and vendors, it's from 2 to 5 on Sunday at Landon Winery. And then also, I do always love to mention that we have our Master Networks group that meets every Thursday at 9 a.m. We have a new location. We are now at Herman Marshall, which is the new whiskey bar in downtown Wylie, and it is awesome. We have huge space in there, so we have room to grow, and love to have any business owners or business leaders that want to come in and check us out. So come on by.
So do they offer samples when you walk in the door?
We're thinking that 9 a.m. We're like, let's go.
We're working on it.
They would not say no to us. So yeah, come on, Brian.
All right. Hey, giddy up.
Hey, it's going to be a lot easier for us to all get subs now if we do have to miss.
Yes, we do have a sub list now. It's an in-house Wylie sub list.
So what we're going to have to track the membership numbers now that you've announced the change of location. I know you guys have grown pretty exponentially over the last year or so. Now we're going to see you shoot through the roof based on the new location.
We're just now celebrating our 2-year anniversary.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I remember when you just kind of taking it back full circle. That's Jenny and I met originally in Master Networks, and it was we were in the McKinney. Mercedes-Benz chapter, long time ago. Yeah.
Pre-COVID times.
That's right. It was pre-COVID. So what you guys have done with the Wylie chapter has been fantastic. You guys, I know you were one of the founding members. Yeah. Yep. Fantastic. So, you guys have grown it really, really well. And like I said, I've met you guys. I haven't actually been to the location yet, but I've met you all through this and this concept, right? Which I guess let me take this, the next 20 seconds or so to plug kind of what we're doing with this concept and bringing it out to a larger audience. It's called Pod Connect. So we're using the radio show, live broadcast, and Pod Connect to mostly as kind of a networking tool, right? So in addition to what we all do in face-to-face networking, you can utilize this format as a way to kind of build your personal brand, obviously, and then meet and greet other folks and form relationships starting through this sort of format, and then obviously getting face-to-face, hopefully locally as well. But so I did want to mention that, but absolutely, your guys' chapter has grown phenomenally, and I can see why it's continuing to grow, because you guys are very tightly knit.
Fun fact: we are actually the fastest growing chapter in Master Networks history. In order to be considered a master chapter, you have to have 25 members, and we reached 25 members in 2 weeks and 2 days. No other chapter has done that. So woohoo!
and which is even more impressive given the fact that Wylie is not a huge place, right? It's growing, as we've talked about on this show quite a bit, and there's challenges that come along with that, but it's not as big as, say, a Frisco or a McKinney, right? It's probably half or a third of the size, or even less than Frisco or Plano even. So to have those numbers grow like they have in a community that's quite a bit smaller is impressive.
Yeah. And our new space is open, and it's inviting for more people. Lyndon, wouldn't you say that new space is rocking?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I was so distracted today because I just kept looking around at the whole facility. It's a really cool, it has a cool vibe. It's a cool place. And then Brian, to what you were saying, I want people to, I just come visit us, because when you see the interaction, the personalities, you're going to understand how networking was intended to be. We put out a post the other day in our group, and what are some things that disappoint you most about networking? And almost to a man, woman, person, it was all the same things, that people go, but they don't network. They don't connect. And it's been it's refreshing. It's also inspiring, and it'll teach you a lot about yourself as a person
Mm-hmm.
on how to engage with people. And that, you can't wait for everybody to engage with you. You have to make the first step a lot of times as well. I've kind of said sometimes that some networking events are like the 8th grade dance. You got all the boys against one wall, all the girls against the other wall, and nobody's wanting to make the first move.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it feels like in a lot of networking groups. But this one's not that way. It's just cool.
Yeah, it is.
Well, in environments like that, it makes taking that first step super easy or almost not necessary at all, because I've gone to networking groups where you almost, no matter how much initiative you take, you almost have to like work it and work it and work it. Whereas if you're in a good group when you've got somebody greeting you and you've got somebody, oh, hey, you do this business, let me introduce you to so-and-so, and almost taking the initiative, right, to help you socialize and help you understand exactly who's there and what's going on right from the get-go. So,
our president our new president, Brittany, amazing woman, made a statement today that really hit me. And it's something that I've always thought about, but she's like, if the only reason you're coming to this group is for ROI, you might be disappointed.
It's not going to be that group for you.
And that's what's so cool about it, Brian, because you get a lot out of this group. It's not always right directly to your bank account, but there is value in it, and you're going to see the value, and that value will translate to ROI for you if you follow and you engage and you participate and you give into it. And that's what's so good. You don't feel like when you left, if you didn't get a referral, that you lost out that day.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's awesome. And it shows in this show, and the quality of the people that are in the group shows through the show. So
Hey, Vanessa.
just keep bringing the love. Vanessa, I don't want to butcher your last name, but hi, and thanks for being on the show. All right. So let's take this opportunity to kind of do what we're here to do. And that is bring on our guests and put some spotlight on them and allow them to talk about their businesses a little bit. And that we'll do after we do that is we'll dive a little bit deeper into the topic of the month, which again is building your personal brand and reputation within the community. So without further ado, I see Angela's not on the screen, so she may be having some Wi-Fi issues. But Jenny, why don't you introduce?
Yeah, these are actually both of my amazing friends. So
Okay.
I would love to introduce them both. We have Miss Mercedes Davis. Thank you so much. She was our last minute plug-in. She is a friend that is very near and dear to my heart. She is a beautiful soul. She has multiple businesses, and I am blessed enough to have her even on my team with TC. And she's also a spiritual leader and a speaker and just an amazing, amazing person. So please meet Mercedes Davis. And then also this beautiful woman here, Miss Molly Smith, is someone that I have met actually before I met you, Brian, right before I joined Master Networks. I met her at a women's networking group, and she has just stood out. We connected immediately, and our paths have just recently intersected more close. And she is just a beautiful coach, and she leads women as well. And I just love being in her presence. So I'm honored to have both of these women here today.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show, ladies. And, as I listen to Jenny describe what you guys do, and Mercedes, you have, sounds like multiple businesses. So excited to hear about that. And especially with coaching, personal brand building would fit right into your wheelhouse. So I'm excited to dive into that topic with both of you and of course, Jenny. That being the case, so let's let you guys talk about your businesses a little bit and about how you got to where you got to. That personal aspect is always intriguing to me. So let's go in the same order that Jenny went, and Mercedes, let's let you go first.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much for that introduction. I love you so much. And I am just really grateful for the opportunity to be here. Even if it was last minute, I am living in the sequence, right? So here I am. And I just thank y'all all. So I actually own a freight brokerage with my husband, Philip Davis. It is American Independent Freight Services. And then we also have our transportation side where we are moving the freight from A to B. So we have a driver, and that is Champion Hot Shots, where my husband actually started right there. That's where the business started. And I came in 2019. We decided that I was going to quit my jobs and I was going to take over the office stuff. From there, we just grew the business, and we ended up having so many good direct customers that we took it to the freight brokerage side, because our trucks personally were just out in the field and moving all the time, that we didn't have enough capacity to move everything. So they allowed us to move the freight and broker it out, which I absolutely love. And for me, being on both ends of the carrier side and now the brokerage side and working with the customers, for me, it was about customer service. What I saw was lacking in the transportation industry. And so that's where I brought my skill in. And I think that really led with my core values, right? And that's where we can go back to, it starts with self. Just like Jenny says, when we're branding and we're showing our brand, it really starts with us. And for me, it was my core values. My word is my law. So I always showed up in every aspect. Whatever I said that I was going to do, I would do it. I would follow through. And I would let them know along the way, right? I kept everybody up to beat and up to date on what was going on, so no one was left in the dark. And I just really, that in the industry of transportation, that really was lacking. So I really wanted to bring that to the front for it. And it serves me really well. My customers, my carriers that I've built up really trust me, and they know that when I have something for them or whenever they need something from me, it's going to be done. And another one of my core values is wrapped around world class. I want to do and handle every situation with class. There is a way to handle conversation and communication, that is difficult. There's a way to handle it all. I wrap it all up in class. So just leading with our core values and leading with our character sets the brand, and it sets the tone for it all.
Yes.
I love that. That's, there's a lot wrapped into all that you said, but I love the leading with class and that, especially funny side note, I guess, is one of my first roles. I was in corporate America for 20 years. And one of my first roles was in a logistics role. And I knew nothing about logistics in general, other than kind of what the word is. And it's moving things from point A to point B. I worked for a manufacturing company, right? So I got to learn a lot about the freight industry in that role, which was really cool. So, just randomly, I'm driving down the street and I was like, oh, that's a 48-foot truck, or that's a 52-foot truck, right? And nobody who's not in that business knew what the hell I was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. My husband, now that you say that, whenever I came on, and he was actually a driver, and he's out of the truck now, thankfully, and we work side by side. But when we were riding together, I would go on trips with him, and he would test me, and he'd be like, what kind of truck is that? What kind of trailer is that? It's a reefer, it's a flatbed, it's a step deck. And so he helped me a lot and taught me everything that I know. And then I was just able, I call him the foundation, and then I come in and expand it. And so he laid the foundation for me, and thank God for him, because you have to learn like your states, your geographics, where you're going, where you're sending your drivers and everything. So
if I said the word intermodal to you, you'd give me a high five, right?
Yeah.
All right. So there's our nerd talk for the day. Awesome. Well, Mercedes, thanks for sharing about your business, and want to know some a little bit deeper on some of those other businesses and things that you're involved in with the ministry and things like that. So, but let's give Molly some time to talk. Molly, let's talk about your coaching business and how you got there, and learn more about you.
Well, thank you guys. So my name is Molly Smith. I'm with Next Best Up Health Coaching is my health coaching practice. I've been a certified health coach for 4 years. I did not set out to become a health coach initially. I actually stumbled into it because I had a problem that needed solving, and that was that my physical health was just in the tank. I was building a corporate career, 4 4 or 5 years ago, and I was just burning the candle at both ends, and decided that the pain of staying the same was hurt more than the pain of change, and discovered a program that I now coach, that I use myself, that helped me get my physical health and my mindset and some healthy boundaries and all of these things in place. And it really just changed the trajectory of my life, because I was able to show up in a different and more intentional way. In 2019, as a result of the program that I now coach, I lost 50 pounds. I got off my acid reflux medication, my blood pressure medication. I went from being absolutely sedentary to doing a couch to half marathon training program, and couldn't run a mile in 14 weeks. Completed a half marathon right before the world shut down in 2020. And along the way, I gotta tell you, like, again, corporate career, longstanding corporate career, I was not looking to become a health coach, but as people saw the change in me, not just physically, but how I was showing up and my mindset and all of those things, people were asking, what are you doing? And so that's how I stumbled into it. And so I've been so blessed in the last 4 years to help several hundred people improve their physical health. The program I coach is very holistic. So we look at, healthy weight management, healthy eating and hydration, sleep, exercise, surroundings, and I think probably the most important is just mindset, right? If you fix this, you fix what's going on in here. And so that is something there's no destination when you are talking about creating optimal health in your life. It is a journey. And so, as I said, I've helped coach a couple hundred people over the last couple of years, and it absolutely has been a passion of mine, and just feeds my soul to do it.
Love it.
That's fantastic. So, well, congratulations on, accomplishing what you have. When it's amazing when you put your mind to something, what you can do. And really, kind of what we're talking about today with personal brand building, I think what you were talking about with mindset, and certainly physical health and those two things are very intertwined, right? Between mental and physical. But that is really a foundation of a personal brand and how you carry yourself and how that impacts you going forward. So congrats to you on taking it from stressful corporate America to, improving people's lives on the back end through exactly how you did it. So congrats. It's awesome.
Thanks.
Cool. Well, now that we know a little bit more about our guests, what we'll do on the back end is dive into the business topic of the month, which again is personal brand building. But right now we do need to take a quick break, let our sponsors have a little love, and then we'll come back and talk personal brand building.
Awesome.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Are you looking for new or more reliable and affordable home services? Look no further than Utility Connect. At Utility Connect, we understand that every customer is different. Thanks to our partnership with The Difference, Our free concierge service seamlessly shops all of your utilities and services for your home or business with one easy phone call. So what are you waiting for? Call Utility Connect today and experience the difference. For more information, give us a call at 469-414-2033 or visit us at www.utilityconnect.net/thedifference to learn more.
Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, welcome back.
Uh-oh.
Well, welcome back. What I did want to do is give a quick plug. The last sponsor there that you heard about, Jim Thomas and his business funding platform, he was on the PodConnect charter show that we've had going for several weeks, or I guess over a month and a half or so, something like that. But he had a very in-depth opportunity to talk about that. So if you didn't see it live yesterday, I would highly recommend checking that out. It should be on the hashtag The Difference radio show and podcast Facebook page. The link should be there as well as
it's on there, and he'll have two more, some follow-ups. Wednesdays at 11:30.
There you go. So definitely check that out if you didn't see it yesterday, and tune in the next couple weeks, because as we can probably all attest on this show right now, business funding is always something that could be a challenge, is always needed to take you either from launching a business or getting it to the next level and launching you to the 5-10 year goal that you're looking for. So highly recommend checking out Jim on the PodConnect on Wednesdays 11:30 the next 2 weeks. Okay, so that being said, we take the kind of the back half of the show to talk about the topic at hand, and this month again is personal brand building and reputation building within the community. All of our businesses here certainly would rely on that, right? So, and love the fact that we have folks from different industries, but also very actively involved in the community. So, let's just kick off with kind of a general 30,000 foot question, and kind of set the stage as to what do you guys consider, or how do you define personal brand build? And I wouldn't say brand building, but what is a personal brand? And I'd say ladies first.
Ladies take it.
Yeah, I'd say ladies first, but I have three ladies. So Mercedes, why don't you address that one first, if you don't mind?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, to put it simply, I really think the branding even of your business is you. It's going to be the culture of you, what you put into the business, and what you're actually putting out into the community. In order to put a brand out into the community, you've got to be a face of it too, right? I love being a part of non-foundations and giving back, even being a volunteer. I volunteer very heavily in my community. We do a life skills for teens. We're doing one that's coming up soon as well in August. And what we do, we have 17 different courses. A lot of us volunteer our times. I teach about sex education and how to protect yourself as well. There's different courses. There's all 17 of them, and the kids go through them. They get to pick them out. And surprisingly, a lot of the kids choose mine, and I love it because I also throw in personal development and the mindset, just like Molly was talking about. My big motto is change your thoughts to change your life, because your thoughts are everything. And I really want to just showcase that for those kids. And that's exactly what we all do in that facility. And we also give back for other people in the community as well. So I just think if you're going to be your personal brand is really the face of you. And what are you doing to do that, to brand yourself out and to be a part of the community?
Love that. That's great perspective. And love the fact that, I think it was a couple of weeks ago where we were talking about youth involvement and teaching youth things that aren't taught to them in school, right? So life lessons, mindset lessons, sexual education, things like that, that don't necessarily get taught in the school system. So I love that. That's a fantastic way to build that personal brand. Any thoughts from the other two? Molly, any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with what Mercedes said. You know, it's about your qualities, your experience, your values, and how you show up, and the problem that you solve, right? And being very authentic and transparent about it, because that is what people are going to connect with. And so living out loud and being present in the community, in online, wherever your customer is, or wherever they could be, showing up and adding value, in making sure that they think of you when they have a problem. For example, I know that when my roof needs to be replaced, I'm calling Jenny. Like, she's the first person that comes to mind. She's done an amazing job of branding. When I think about my health coaching practice, I want people who see how I show up as authentic and real and not perfect, but man, contending for my health and have a structured program to do it. And so I think in developing a personal brand, you got to think about, you know, what problem you're solving and who your audience is, and how is the best way to connect with them in an authentic and transparent way.
Love it.
I love that. The key takeaway there is the problem, right? So everybody has a problem, and if you have a strong personal brand, you can solve that problem with that acquaintance or, you know, referral or whatever the case may be, whether it be personal or professional. So love that perspective. That's awesome. Jenny, what do you have on
Let's see, man, these girls, like, I just love everything that they say. Wow, like, personal branding, it is everything of you. It's everything that you represent. It's the aura that you carry that really you may not even necessarily realize how many people that you affect, that you're actually touching. That I'm like, wow, you think I do a good job personal branding with roofing? Like, I feel like I'm like, oh, I should be doing more, you know, but that's just because you're just leaving these footprints, and people are watching. People are watching and observing, and it's really how you treat other people as well. One of our core values is be a solutionist. You know, like, in roofing, things go wrong. Things go wrong every day. Like, and I even say that in my closes is, let's expect some things to go wrong here, but we're never going to consider the project complete until it's right. So things are gonna pop up, but being able to, you know, think on your toes and always know that there is a way, there's a solution, there's a way you can figure things out, and just being proactive in that, and really being intentional about caring about other people. And I think that really is what has set us apart, is like really caring about how that homeowner is going to feel in the situation, like understanding that they're being bombarded by hundreds of people that are randomly knocking on their door after their beautiful home just got smashed by hail unexpectedly, and they have to spend money to get this fixed. Like, being able to just kind of take that perspective and being empathetic, and really just, you know, putting caring about the customer as if it was your own family member, and that branding yourself by just really, you know, also at the same token, taking it back a couple steps is, you know, developing a strong relationship with yourself. And that's really what it comes down to is how do you love yourself? How do you treat yourself? Because that's a representation of how you treat other people. And if you can really deepen that relationship within you, it's going to help you to shine even brighter to where you can serve at even a higher level. And that's what all of our ultimate goals is to help more people, and to help people to come to where the level that we've come to. You know, the roofing industry has completely changed my life, and it has offered me more financial freedom, an ability to offer more positions to people that I know, and to also help those homeowners that are in need. And for me to be able to offer that for other people is like the best thing you can do. And that's why, you know, there are coaches, like these beautiful 2 coaches here, because they want to help influence other people's lives. And that's what we all love to do.
Well, I love that you kind of brought it back to the baseline, right? And that's yourself. And Molly kind of mentioned that earlier. yeah, you got to love yourself in order to love others, right? So that's great perspective. Thanks, Jenny.
I'm going to put Molly on the spot for a second, just because I love all that she does, and she actually does a lot of public speaking as well, and she has some really great tips that I would love for you to share those, Molly, because everybody needs to know them.
Sure. Yeah. So, and I'm sure Mercedes will absolutely be on board with this one, but there are a couple of strategies that I share in networking groups and with folks in my coach community and my clients around really flipping the script on those negative thoughts, and turning down the volume on that. I'm a child of the 80s, so it's the tape that plays in my head, if anybody can, instead of the CD or MP3 or whatever. But those negative thoughts, and particularly as business owners and entrepreneurs, having a strong mindset, and really in developing a personal brand, being able to put yourself out there in a way with confidence. And so there's this strategy that I teach and share. It's called mental tennis, and it's just the ability of using metacognition, or thinking about what we're thinking about, and capturing and understanding, okay, what are the things that I'm telling myself? What are those negative thoughts that come up over and over again, and getting clear on what those are, and then identifying what's that logical opposite. Right. So if I'm Jenny or somebody working at TC Roofing, and I'm going door to door, and I'm talking, it's like, that door is going to get closed again. Or I'm going to get another no. And saying, I'm not good at selling roofing services. Right. The logical opposite of that would be, I am good at selling roofing services. And so every time that thought comes up, that negative thought comes up, just as if it was lobbed over the tennis net by one of those automatic ball throwers, you're gonna come up and say, okay, no, I am good at selling. I am good at building my brand. I am worthy. I am enough. I can do hard things, right? And using that to reframe and create new neural pathways, so that those negative thoughts get turned down, and the logical opposite of that statement starts to take root. And I've used this just through my life over the last handful of years, and it has been an absolute game changer, particularly starting a business. So I don't know, Mercedes, I would love to hear what you think about that.
Notes, because I'm like, oh, you're sparking something in me. Okay, that too. I can talk on this all day long. This is these are my favorite conversations, because it really does start with self. And through me and developing me, I knew that I wanted to show other people too that this is everything. It starts with you. Everything starts with you, and the blockages that you have, the things that the walls that you put up, everything that we need to break down, get out of our own way. And a lot of it is the lack of worthiness. You just hit the nail on the head with that one. And I just have to say, I tell this to everyone that I come across with that is feeling this: you are worthy, and nothing that you have done in the past or that you will do will ever take away your worthiness. You were born worthy. And we just have to get to a place where we can remember that. And you talk about the mindset and thought audits, right? I want to give you a tangible thing that you can take and do, because I do this with my kids all the time, just to reboot them and help them. And I do it with some of my clients. But it's basically, if you were to take 2 minutes and just simply close your eyes and be the observer of your thoughts for 2 whole minutes. The average person has anywhere from 70 to 80,000 thoughts per day. Half of those thoughts are from the same thoughts from yesterday. So if you're constantly saying, I am not enough, I am not going to get that sale, I am, you're constantly telling yourself what you are. So if we can take 2 minutes and really observe our thoughts and where they're going, we can interrupt them mid-cycle, right? So we interrupt these mid-sentence, and we replace them. If we're going to take away a negative thing, we need to replace it with something positive. So instead of I am not enough, I am enough. And I do have purpose here on this earth. And I am in the middle of searching, learning, and finding out what it is. We may not know the answer right now, but what we are doing, the positions that we're putting ourselves in, the steps that we are taking, I am working towards that. I am creating a life of abundance. I am, what am I? I am that I am, right? So what are you? And it really does start with self. And whenever we get past that blockage, we really show up in our lives. So we can take those tangible things and show up in a way that I am worthy of this person and to take care of them and to be in their home. And when I do, I know that I am making an impact, not only for me, but for them. And that shows time and time again with every single customer that I work with, whether that be in freight or, you know, I work with TC too. So whether that be with a customer that I work with their roof or with a client that I am working with one-on-one through mentorship, it shows up in every aspect of our life.
Boom. Mic drop.
That's awesome. Fascinating those numbers that you threw out as far as, you know, thoughts and personal thoughts and things like that. It's just, you know, it runs in your head, I guess, all the time and you just don't realize it. But man, fascinating. I love it. Okay, well, let's do this. We need to take a pause for our last commercial break, and then we'll circle back on the back end. Lennon, I know you had a thought that you wanted to share or a question that you want to throw out. I've got another one, and it revolves around social media. So let's take the break real quick, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Jenny Connolley with TC Roofing and Restoration. Trust TC to keep you leak-free. Jessica Cooper with Diesel Signs and Displays. The Power of Advertising. Lynn Heberly with Coldwell Banker Apex, guiding you home with heart and expertise. Caitlin Fiesel with Elite Diamond Cleaning. Your home and office is a diamond. Let's get it out of the dust. Dallas Jones with Rementis, bringing your memories and technology back to life. Melissa Mancini, owner of Melissa Mancini Photography. Don't let your babies grow up to be JPEGs. And by Marissa Page with Page Restoration. When the worst happens, let our family take care of yours. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are diving into the topic of personal brand building and reputation building within the community. And we have kind of taken it down to the foundational level, and that is, you know, building yourself from yourself inside, right? And out from there. So I love where the conversation has gone. Lendon, I know you had a thought that you wanted to share or a question. Go ahead and fire away, my man.
First of all, I think that everybody hit the nail on the head when it comes to, I mean, personal branding is one thing, but I think we forget about personal branding. I think that we commercialize our brand by doing more of a corporate brand, right? And that focuses on the features and benefits of whatever it is we're selling or serving. And many years ago, before social media, before the internet, that's what they taught you to do, is sell features and benefits, right? Well, now, because of technology, almost 95% of everybody that's shopping and looking for something or someone, they are vetting out features and benefits online. They do that first. And what's ironic, and this is what kind of hit me in the class that I was in, we live in the most impersonal world we've ever lived in. But once people figure out the features and benefits that they want or need, they're looking for a personal connection. Mm-hmm. And that's where a lot of us are missing out. We're not displaying how that customer experience is going to be. They already know what they want and what they need. They vetted out pricing. They vetted out quality. They vetted out everything. Now they want to make a connection with someone because they want to know that that person is going to take them from point A to point B in a comfort zone. Mm-hmm. And if you think about what each one of you ladies do and each one of all of us, that's what it's about. That is the problem they're looking to solve, is who is going to get me from here to there and make sure nothing happens to me. Mm-hmm. And that's where the personal brand comes in.
And that's one of the big things I tell my customers when they're, you know, when we're we have multiple bids and they have multiple people that they're talking to, and they probably have a previous roofer that they worked with in the past. We haven't been around super long. Is the final thing I always say is trust your gut. Like, go with someone that you feel comfortable around, that you feel safe with, because this is going to be a long process. It can be anywhere from 3 to 6 months that you're working with your contractor, and we're most likely going to be inside your home. We're going to be on your property. We're going to be calling you, and it needs to be someone that you feel comfortable with, like in your gut, that you can feel, like you feel that safetyness. So that's a huge part that separates, anyone with their brand from competitors.
Yeah, I like that. And one of the things that I know you guys have addressed within the group, because we've talked about it here on the show, and that is dealing with negative things that happen, right? Mm-hmm. So I mentioned earlier, I wanted to talk a little bit about social media. Social media, obviously, in today's world, Lennon, you touched on it, super important in brand buildings and personal brand building. But the old saying about social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, you're seeing highlights of everybody's life, and they're usually or oftentimes fake. Or if it's not fake, you're only seeing the highlights and you're not seeing the other aspect, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to trumpet those things. And I know you guys, one of the reasons your Wylie group is so tight is because you help each other work through issues, whether it's personal issues, business issues, you name it. What are your thoughts on social media and how it relates to brand building? Dive a little bit deeper into that. I guess we don't have that much time, so I guess we're gonna have to.
We got about 4 minutes.
Okay, so we'll keep it. Whoever wants to chime in, I'll let you go. Let's let one of our guests do it, either Molly or Mercedes. Up to you guys. But take that for a little bit, knowing that we only have a couple minutes left. But share your thoughts on that, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I would love to talk about that, because a lot of my personal brand building has been on social media. And what I have found is that being consistent and authentic and transparent over time has generated more referrals, more leads, more connections. And the one thing that I've also learned is that just because somebody isn't liking or commenting or restoring or anything like that, doesn't mean that they're not watching. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many clients that I have had the privilege of coaching that never liked or commented on a post, never private messaged me or anything like that. And it's like come out of the blue. People are watching. So I think it's specific with social media. It's consistent, staying on brand, right? And like, how do you want people to think about you, or what do you want them to think when they think about you? And social media, if used well, is just a phenomenal tool. I think it probably is a little bit underrated, but I think that it can be a really powerful way to continue to build your brand and reinforce it, as long as you're active and doing it consistently over time.
Awesome. All right. So 30 seconds. Share one more feeling on social media, if you guys don't mind. And then we will go around the horn, let you guys just talk again about what your business is and how folks can get a hold of you. Any other final thoughts on social media?
I'm just going to, I might mess up the flow for a second, but Molly has 2 things in her coaching and she didn't get a chance to say the second one. Can we just real quick let her say the second one? Because it's amazing.
Yeah, fire away, Molly.
Very quickly, the confidence resume, building your confidence. Confidence resume is a visual reminder of all of the phenomenal things that you've done in your life. It's a documentation. I've got mine back here on my desk, and I look at it every day. All of the things that you've accomplished that when you were unsure or scared, or weren't sure how to solve for, those things that you've done that you never thought you would do that were insurmountable, actually documenting those things. And then when you're in that place again, pulling that confidence resume out and remembering all of those things and channeling that into the current moment so that you can take the next best step forward.
Okay. Confidence resume. I love that concept. That's awesome. Well, Jenny, thanks for including that, because that's a concept I haven't heard of before, and I love it. That's awesome. Okay. So with that being said, we'll skip the other social media question. I want to make sure we go around the horn and let everybody know who you are again, how to get a hold of you, and then we'll end the show. So we'll go reverse clock order with the way the screen is. So Molly, you're up next, then Mercedes, then Jenny, and then we'll close it.
Okay. So the best way to connect with me, health coaching. So if you know anybody who's looking to improve their health, whether it's weight management or nutrition, anything like that, would love to connect. The best way to connect with me is Facebook is great. I'm Molly Moore Smith. My profile is public, or you can email me at coachmolly76@gmail.com.
Awesome. Mercedes, you're up.
Love it. Mercedes Davis here. And you can contact me as well for freight brokerage if you need a quote at Mercedes@a-ifreight.com. And if you are looking for, I lead my mentorship through the human design. So if you would like more information on that, you can contact me on Facebook, which is Mercedes Fort Davis.
Awesome. Jenny?
The human design. We need hours to talk on this show, by the way.
No doubt.
Jenny Connolley, you can reach us on our website at TC Roofing Experts, or find us on Facebook at TC Roofing and Restorations, or just find me on Facebook as well. My number has been dropped below. And if you guys know any friends or family that are not sure if their roof has been damaged or not, we'd love to come out and just give a free evaluation.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies. Today's show has been fantastic. You guys are awesome. Your group is awesome. So thanks for all the contributions today. The topic was brand building, personal brand building, and community reputation building. So thank you for all your thoughts today. We will continue this topic for the rest of July. So tune in next Thursday, same time, 11:30 a.m. or in syndication, of course. Until then, I wish you all a happy weekend. And we will see you next Thursday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching today's show. If you like today's show, please share, like, and subscribe, and make sure to shop, buy, and hire in Wylie. Special thanks to all the guests, co-hosts, and sponsors of the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie.
Thank you for tuning in and watching our show. If you would like to see our next show, or more shows like this one, just click the QR code and go to show schedules, or just follow and subscribe to our channels to get updates and notifications of this show, and many others like it.